I fell in love with being in the gym so much because it was a place where I could go to and just push aside and avoid feeling anything stressful or hard going on in my life. And I would always walk out of the gym feeling better than when I walked in. Why I love training so much. It's because at a young age, it was an outlet that I needed when I didn't know how to process difficult things.
Another scary but exciting opportunity. Another opportunity to grow. You may have busted your ass and gotten lucky once, but that was then and this is now. You can work 10 times smarter and harder than you did before, but you're still promised nothing. Entering hell blindly with no promise of what's on the other end is one thing, but getting to paradise and then choosing to turn back around into hell, full well knowing what to expect this time, with a pipe dream of a better paradise on the other end waiting for you, that's insanity. But history has a habit of calling ambitious people crazy. There's no guarantee of what you'll find on the other side of hell. You may even be crazy enough to learn that it was never hell to begin with. Maybe, just maybe, you can open your mind to the possibility that paradise is found in how you choose to look and act in this world. Paradise, like our goals, will not really be a destination, but an endless horizon we secretly don't want to reach. A never-ending reason to keep working and growing with the intention not to accomplish goals, but to become someone who can accomplish any goal. Winning equally has no finish line. It's about the responsibility to ourselves to take control of what little things you can in this world, regardless of circumstance. To train your mind to switch your perspective and focus on being the absolute best you can be in the areas you do have control over. Having a champion mentality isn't about the trophies, medals, or success. It's about having no quit. It's not letting anyone hear you complain, standing up for all you believe in, living in your truth, and setting the standard at which you operate at for everything in your life. It's about willingly choosing to do every single thing within your power to achieve your end result. At the end of it all, you may just find that the trophies and money were never the prize you wanted, but rather the journey, the mentality you built along the way with everything you ever needed. And I've always been a huge believer that your mentality, your mental state.
Bodybuilding is such a nuanced game of like intersecting as many little things as possible to add up into a big thing, because we all know how to train, we all know how to eat, and every other tiny little thing in between kind of makes you above and beyond the rest. So just learn from your mistakes and get better every single year.
All right, fully locked in. Come on, this is your time.
Remember, success is not measured by the number of times you fall, but by the number of times you rise, dust yourself off, and keep going. Embrace failure as a stepping stone towards growth, and view setbacks as opportunities for learning and refinement. With each setback, you gain invaluable insights and become better equipped to overcome the hurdles that lie ahead.
What's the ultimate goal then? Like, do you just lift or take this seriously for the rest of your life?
No, I want to win like another 1 or 2 Olympias at least, depending how I feel after that, take on the next part of my life. But like, not to sound like cheesy, but I think like the ultimate thing I'm looking forward to at the next stage of my life is being a father. I'm excited and hopeful and grateful for the opportunity to like teach a younger generation that, you know?
Winning isn't once what I thought it was. I found it to be much more complex than our traditional definitions of success. A lot of people fall to their knees in tears after a big accomplishment, partly due to joy and gratitude, but a lot of what you see is relief and even fear. I don't say this to be cynical, but I've heard it from various people and experienced it myself. It's a crucial moment in a person's journey where you need to ask yourself what winning means to you. Otherwise, you get stuck in a hamster wheel, chasing a potentially non-existent result. What I found is that winning doesn't happen on show day. It happens in those early mornings, painful workouts, long cardio sessions, and hungry nights. It happens in those moments of fear we all have when faced with a difficult goal, and then more so in what you make of that fear. It happens in every second of every day before you win. If you can take every opportunity you have to bring yourself closer to your goal, win every one of those opportunities, all while becoming more resilient in the process, how can you lose? That is an exciting opportunity, an exciting responsibility to find out what you're truly capable of. A medal around your neck and a trophy in your hands provides but a moment of relief. Maybe a surge of excitement, but one that will quickly and surely fade. Then you're back to square one and faced with new decisions. Can I do it again? Will I do it again? There are new challenges you face now. You were so focused on winning, you didn't plan for what comes next. After all that hell you just put yourself through, are you ready to do it again, but with more intensity? If you're not improving, you're falling behind now. You've shown the world what you're capable of, and expect nothing less.
When you're trying to build confidence about something you're afraid of, being exposed to the fear helps you overcome that. But actively choosing to take that fear on head on is actually what it takes. I can't throw a spider at you and you're not afraid of spiders, but you choosing in your own mind to actively go to that spider by yourself makes you actually grow from it. So you choosing to take power of what little you can when you're feeling like, when everything's crumbling around you and you feel powerless and helpless, well, what can you take control of? You can take control of opening your door and letting that, embracing that, leaning into that hard time. Like, I'm going to choose to feel this. It's here. I didn't choose that, but I'm going to choose to feel it. And I have power over the choice of what I feel. And then you take your power back and you can build your confidence from there. When I won the Olympia for the first time and I stepped off stage, all I really felt was relief. I didn't feel the joy that I thought I might have from accomplishing the goal I worked so hard to achieve. And this taught me an invaluable lesson. This is what I spoke about in my speech this past year, and that is that if you numb the bad, you numb the good. This journey didn't just teach me that lesson. It instilled the confidence in me to build the tools in the community to be able to process both the good and the bad so that I'm able to feel it all. And it turned into the most amazing journey. No matter what I'm doing in my life, I will always train. Doing hard things over and over again don't necessarily make life easier, but they do make you stronger. Giving myself a daily challenge in here built a work ethic and discipline beyond what I ever imagined. Training has made me a better person, brother, friend, son, husband, and now a dad.
I think a lot of people know what's coming. This was a really bittersweet feeling that this is going to be my last time up on the stage. The past 8 years up here have been the most amazing journey of my life. I really hope I've set the standard. I hope I've done that in a way where people are inspired to take up their own things. And I've tried to share what was truly important to me on this journey. I've talked about feeling the highs, feeling the lows, feeling it all. If you numb the bad, you numb the good. Doing the hard shit, all that stuff. But the hard shit's not about showing up in the gym, working out hard. It's the stuff that's actually hard to you. It's the stuff that you don't want to do, I've put myself out there and I've sacrificed a lot over the past few years, and a lot of that's been mental peace. I put a lot of pressure and expectation on myself, and it's been rewarded, and I'm so grateful, but I'm ready to step down from this and let someone take this spot. And I've learned the most beautiful thing, that when you get handed everything you ever wanted, that sometimes it's the simplest thing right in front of you, like your family, the people who love you, the small moments in between, that means so much more.